What is up, everyone? Aubrey Trades here with the pre-market watch list. Let's get right into it. Top watches for me, I think, are going to be one, an OTC land, KYNC and DRNG. Both put in very, very cool, impressive moves yesterday. DRNG in the middle of a breakout pattern. Yesterday was day 2. My plan and my trade was buying on this dip as the overnight longs took profits. This started to fade into the close, still holding this support right here. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna add a little line there. Today I think opens the door for a wider panic, especially I think anyone that was buying this breakout is underwater. They're gonna want to get out as soon as the open hits. We're 2 days in, we're kind of due for a red day. Maybe we get a third day surge after, but I will look to buy into any panics at the open, and I've got support levels drawn here. Yes, KYNC. Staggering. I think this was like a 60% move or something. Closing right at the highs, probably gaps up. Looks like each one of these green days had a good gap, right? So this does have that, like, I guess, history. So this probably gaps. It's up too much for me to just buy out the open, so of course I'm gonna have this listed as another dip buy out of a morning panic, ideally. I'm just gonna get some levels here that I think are significant. I'm just gonna draw this little trend line. You know, if we get a clear breakout that maybe like tests this and confirms, I'm into it. But KYNC, DRNG, top OTC watches. I don't know why I have that. Next, and you know what, let's move this to, bam. So those are my top 2 watches because I'm focusing on OTC land. CPSL, I think, is another potential watch. OTC land on a day 5 move. This had a good green day yesterday. Pretty good volume. 50 million shares, not bad. But what's the range on these spikes? You get like 0.08 or 0.008. But it does seem to move. It does seem to move in a similar wave, right? You get some sort of thing here, and then a confirmation. You get a thing here. This bobbed. This was that indecision day. So if this is gonna work, you see this overnight long selling the gap. Selling the gap. There's always a little bit of a sell here. So I like that. Did that happen over here too? Always kind of selling back down to the original level. That's something cool to keep in mind. This day just ran. CPSL, add to the panic dip buy alerts. WSHI, I believe is, nope, WHLM is a morning mover for today. Highlighted our other names that I think are interesting. If you want to dig completely into them, I'll have the link in the description below. Let's look at a couple of the movers this morning. WHLM I don't know, for me, I gotta see it back up here in the 650s before I'm interested, but could be a good dip and rip opportunity for the morning. Not holding my breath though. OTLK. Oh, I'm glad I stayed out of this. This is what I was watching when I first got up. I missed this big candle and I was potentially waiting for a confirmation leg up to continue this uptrend, but instead we had a steady grind. I had a plan. I just didn't like it. Didn't feel convincing. Every cent was met with a big block here on the ask. And it just like, here's that was 330 by 50 at one point. Now you have some, so it's just never convincing enough. And you have this might be a good turning point if a dollar gets defended, that is going to be positive. In which case this could open an opportunity for a leg up. Look at the range on these candles versus this grind. We might get a grind back up. So if I wanted to, let's say I wanted to risk 20 cents or 20 bucks. Do this in real time. 100 shares I could take. Risking the lows of 286. Or I guess I'd be risking 280 if I get in at 3. But this does look nice, right? I had a day order and too many shares. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm gonna be a good boy. We're gonna wait this out. We're gonna wait that out. That's probably what I'm most interested from the morning runners. The other one is auto, but those are really the three. And auto, I don't think is anything that great. Okay, it's holding up, and this did hit all the way up to 5. So, over 4. I'm gonna say over 4, and the squeeze is probably on. I'll set an alert here at 395, so I don't miss it. So what did we say? OTLK. OTLK needs to defend 3, and this, I also said auto, right? Auto over 4. And the squeeze is on. Maybe. I mean, it just seems like an easy runway to 5 from 4. So high odds. I like the way this is compressing here in this triangle formation. All right. Okay. Let's just quickly go through some of these other ones. WSI and SAV. I don't know if these are in my favorite order, but I actually know that they're not, because AHPI is definitely, I'm gonna put that above the flavors of the day, because AHPI is a COVID mask play. Delta variant stuff is coming back. I don't, sad to hear, but COVID plays are heating up. That's all I'm saying about it. This had this big spike into the 11s. Day 2, it's holding this uptrend. Super, super positive about this chart. And I like the way this offers these nice opportunities at the open. Look at this. Looking for a similar type of thing. I don't know if we're going to get a dip and rip. I love that we're holding this range. AHPI, definitely top listed watch. I also like Works. I've been watching Works for a few days. Getting cute. See this curl on the daily, and this had a big old run up to the 4/8. I think 235 is a key spot to look at. And that's what, you know, got this spike. I think this is an easy 30 cents if we can clear this with some volume. Otherwise, you know, I might look to get a bounce off of the 210s. Put a price level there. I'm really just calling it near the 20. This blue is our 20 simple moving average line. Okay, so I'm gonna move works up. Anything else I like? NAOV, XBio, I still think are in play. Gotta remember to delete these so I don't just have multiples. IEG is gonna be such a great bounce. Just totally beaten down. Look at this. Just gave up. I was chilling here at support. Had this gap down day. Gave up the support. Third down day in a row. At lows. Closing at lows on the year. This, you know, if we don't get this, I wouldn't be surprised to see a bounce day to at least test this the 20 SMA here in the 330s. But at least, you know, 260s, 280s. Looks like every 20 cents a share. Let's throw a couple levels on this. Here. Here. That's another thing I'm going to focus on this month, is giving higher priority to these plays that I'm watching, that I have a plan for. Whereas last month, you know, I would be all up on WHLM, OTLK, Auto, like the sexy stocks of the week, right? Or of the day. Okay, WHSI and SAV. We'll just quickly get a good look, see where these are. WHSI, I like because it is a breakout, but I want to see it, I need to see it hold over 27 for me to be interested. Maybe this is a panic dip buy opportunity, I'm not sure. I have this over here. That's another thing. NSAV. I feel like, should I put the OTCs in their own world? NSAV, nice little, I don't know about a blow off top day, but definitely closed at lows. I think this opens up a panic opportunity. Look at that great midday panic too. 10. Right at support line. I had this line drawn, I think, before this panic happened. That's why that's so funny to me. Even if you got in late, you got in at 11, you got 13. If you held through it, right? 13, 18% move. Real quick, real easy. Never a fan of this morning spike, but maybe the VWAP retest convinces you to buy at 12.5 and you can carry this to 14. Not bad. NSAV, another OTC dip buy opportunity. I feel like I should tag them. 'Cause I know I need to be giving more precedence to the OTC plays, personally. I'm gonna add my OTC names up here. If you're a fan of this, let me know. Or if you can think of a better way to organize these watch lists, let me know. I'm trying to do it and make it like visually easy, right? But I know for me, I do need to prioritize the OTCs. They are my best plays. NAOV and XBio. Let's quickly look at those. Still waiting for a clear direction, but this is a really nice setup. I love that this is sticking in the uptrend. 3 is the key area I'm watching for a breakout of. So I think 3 opens the door to blow past 375 and to make a crazy, ridiculous move. XBio. I feel like XBio wants some, you know? Had this great move yesterday midday. I love that it kind of was holding this little bottom. I almost think that bottom is more significant than this. This is just that little pullback zone, but this I think is more supportive. I'll change the color of that, make it like a purple or something. I don't know about purple, just kidding. I don't want it to be the same color as VWAP. Just make it yellow. I gotta see that hold, and this is looking like a little bit of a, you know, so maybe we got a rest day to blow out of this kind of consolidation on the daily. I'm gonna move those higher too. I think those are still like very high priority sexy plays for me. And I've been watching them, so I'm prepared. Make you the same highlight color. There we go. These are the flavors of the day. Maybe the flavors of the day should have their own color. Maybe I'll make those blue. Works. We talked about works. I think that's all I'm gonna get into for this video. We're already kind of running at time. I tried to make these shorter than 15 minutes. Alf I think is pretty interesting, hanging in the middle of the range. If you'll remember Alf. You know, we're still going through this consolidation zone, but man, if we get a pop through this trend, I think we could see another fun day with Alf. IEG, we talked about as a very interesting bounce setup that I don't want to miss. And then these are just some thoughts on other recent runners that aren't as exciting to me just yet. Support is kind of interesting to me, actually. Support, it's just still kind of doing its thing. It's still just hanging around here. I don't think it's over, but I just have my alert set at 8:32. BTBT, I'm kind of letting go of. I don't like the offering. Don't like the offering. PRFX is another potential bounce. Seed is looking cute. Yeah. I'll go through this more in depth in later episodes. But for today, the top watches for me, other than the OTC list, which are all morning panic dip buy opportunities, AHPI is my #1 COVID watch in the middle of a good trend on the daily. I think the Delta variant fears just keep increasing, and this last year during peak COVID went up to like 40, so it has some serious potential on AHPI. NAOV XBio, and then maybe I'll look at OTLK. If none of that is happening at the open, couple minutes in, I'm working my way through the rest of my highlights. And if still there's nothing, then I'm just gonna go through the rest of the list. But this is sort of how I've structured my morning. That way I'm not just looking at my top gainer scans and like feeling like I'm chasing whatever's moving. I'm actually keeping an eye on bigger picture trends. SPY is looking like we're gonna gap down again. I wonder if we go back to retest this. Is this the 20 or the 30? The 50. If we retest the 50 here, we will see. If we do, I might buy calls for 440 because I don't think they're letting this house of cards fall anytime soon. Anyway, that's everything I'm thinking this morning. Thanks so much for watching. If you made it to the end, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you're watching. If you have any good scores today, I want to hear about it and celebrate together. In the meantime, I'll catch you for the trade recap. I'm Aubrey. I'll see you in the next video.